This is how I personally view Christianity. I view it as my identity. As surely as I'm a black person, I am a Christian. It's also the same thing. If you say a kafir to me, I will be offended by that. When you offend my father as such, you are offending me as well. That's why it offends me. When you call Jesus a pervert, whoever else, and whatever and whatever. This is not about whatever the Christians did this, they did that, they did that. It's about what you are saying to my identity, what you are trying to now define me as. You are trying to say now, okay, fine, your Lord and Savior is now a pervert. What is that? Come on. It's like saying Mandela is something when you know what he went for 27 years in prison for you.
Thank you. Next question.
Yeah, very difficult to stay on point with the topic as much direct resist. Very getting on very circular. I'd just like to touch on a few points that was the other part of the debate regarding what if you're right. I'd just like to find out when you mentioned the Bible a lot, and I don't mean to offend or disrespect anyone. I just like open information to also to collect my ideas as well, because I'm very confused about all sorts of religions. I'm neither neighbors about I'm purely agnostic and follow my scientific beliefs. But like you pointed out that the Bible is something that you follow by and it's the most whole book of the law, but then there have been many testaments and new versions of the Bible. Like you follow the Old Testament, where it was preached that I will take an eye for an eye, or you follow the New Testament, where these things are changed and written 300 years after the supposed existence of Jesus. And another point that you also criticize evolution. But I mean, now if you don't believe in evolution, then it means that you believe that we all came from a girl and a boy in a garden with a talking snake. Where I've heard of many ministers like ministers criticizing evolution and saying that I haven't come from a monkey, but then on the other hand you believe in a talking snake. And also there's a parable in the Bible, I'm not exactly sure which gospel it is, but it speaks of a man who lived for 3 days inside a big fish.
Yeah.
I mean, there's many stories which you cannot find evidence
that was a Norwegian slave
And also, if you do believe in one particular religion, for example, there are many sects within Christianity itself, if you do believe in one of these, it means that all other religions have to be wrong. So then within itself, to believe in one religion, you have to be a fundamentalist in that you have to be against all other religions. I mean,
okay,
how can in society
you
be
get your religion?
religion?
I get your point. You get your religion, but beyond countdown, we're going to get here. May I say that you're welcome here, and we would like to encourage you. We brought literature on the table. We've got leaflets like the greatest man who ever lived, and I'd like someone to suggest a greater man than Jesus Christ. We've got some evidence. We've got leaflets on the greatest book ever written. The greatest book in the world is, without question, without being close second, the Bible. And we've got other literature on other things. The evidence is for the resurrection. You want to look at evidences, empty tomb and all that? Let's give the facts there. If you would like to have and there's the Gospel of John available in contemporary language, please take free the literature on the table, the Christian Action magazines, tracts, and so on, how to fail. There's some books and CDs for sale. There are even some Joy magazines, free, available, some of the back copies. If you want to get more debate, let's organize here or any other venue debate on evolution versus creation, evidences for Christianity versus atheism, contribution of Christianity to civilization versus the contribution of atheism. Let's have those debates on other occasions. Maybe this could be a regular event, but the questions you've asked, while not exactly on the topic of tonight of blasphemy, are welcomed. And we welcome skeptics. In fact, many of us were skeptics too.
What if I'm right? With regards to the resurrection and the death of Christ, I mean, how do you feel about the Egyptian book of the dead and the story of Horus, which is exactly the same? And in the story of
that's not exactly the same.
It's a written like 2,000 years before.
In history, Noah.
You want to put the Bible and the book of the dead together in a debate, you want to put them in the scales any day.
Sorry,
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Maybe I deliver a closing position for the atheists. I think Christianity had...
Certainly. Well, I think you guys have had a fair share. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, just the closing point is
We're trying to give everyone who hasn't spoken a chance first.
Yeah, well, look, I just want to say that I want everyone to be completely clear about the fact that we are the ones who are calling Jesus a pervert and all these other synonymous things. It wasn't us that did, it was Richard saying, as you said.
We understand, you're not to blame, we're not blaming.
Well, we also fundamentally disagree with what he did. But now, there are two things I want to wrap up on. The one is abusive speech, and I don't want to deal with that because we agree with you that speech that is abusive is not constructive. It's just, as we said,
it demeans the speaker.
Exactly. Then the other point is the point of offence. And of course, as you say, you're upset about these charges that were leveled against your Messiah. And I understand why you're upset, and I sympathise with why you're upset, and I think that you should be upset, because it is an upsetting notion. But my point is that if we were to give time of day to everyone's offences, we would be undermining democracy. And let me just close with one example. In the varsity, the issue of varsity, the student-run newspaper subsequent to the publication of the Santa Bill, I think it was a woman named Sharon Hodgson who wrote an article saying that, and part of the article was that atheists are immoral, they're drunkards, they're sexual deviants. Now, as an atheist or a rationalist, a humanist, I don't really like the label atheist, it's problematic. I obviously take offence to all these charges because I'm not a narcissist, I'm an egalitarian, I'm not immoral, and I do uphold human rights and dignity, equality, and freedom. So I'm fundamentally offended by that proposition. But I don't feel that I have the right to tell Taron Hodgson, you may not say that to me. I say, you can say what you want, and I'm not going to tell you, no, you can't say that. And similarly, if anyone else is offended, we simply cannot count out every different offence because we live in a pluralist society. There are going to be such a multitude of these different offences that to take cognizance of all of them is going to fundamentally undermine freedom of speech.
We're gonna stop a little bit here because of the time, and I believe that we have to a little bit from 7 o'clock to 8:30. So the conclusion now is I believe that Doctor have said much, and then you have said something, but can you see that there's still one way there? Not two ways. Christians have not asked the questions yet to atheists. And there are questions, and I have questions also to atheists, which I wanted to see them being here and have these questions answered by them and convince me from what they know and what are their ideas. So I believe that we are ending this year, but it's very much disappointing to see people pulling out after preparing all these events that has been costly, and just because of their emotions and their way of behavior, and come to a point to cancel it. We spend more than thousands to come on the story. They didn't even come about it. They only look at that side. What selfishness? It pains us, but that's the way it shows us. What happens when two teams have to play a soccer match and one team doesn't show up the day of soccer match? You have the answers, and you know they have lost twice, and they have to pay penalty. So we have now the voice of our UCT to say something that there is love. We have something to say yes to religion. Why they have to run away? No matter what the reason is, the day of the debate, the day of the match, you don't have to run away. No matter what the reason is, come and face your adversary and get to know what's done. So that was the last thing I could say, and that's a message towards atheists. And then it's better to come to the debate because we know that we know. We have knowledge, and we know that we know. We know ideas, we know knowledge. And we can debate with, as I said before, with anybody, anytime, any place, and speak about what we know and this God that we have believed in, and that He exists and He is, and even here, He's here. So, and I believe that we have that mind very well set. Nothing will change it. Not even lecturers will change it. We believe it. We are not found or we not just, I don't know, in doctrine that's said. That's a lie. We are brought up and we believe God said, and God said, when God speaks, He convinces you Himself. And you will know that it is God who has spoken. It will be also a time for you who don't believe, because of the love of God, to believe that there is God. Your time will come. So I believe that we not stop here and the debate. If they still want us to continue to have another day of debate, now we will say that let them prepare that. And we want them to debate in this campus so that we can make it, because the aim is to have peace, the aim is to have cohesion in this campus, and that people may not in the way that someone writing something in the newspaper and saying there is no religion, and say that we don't need God, and say that no, we need to debate that and to be in a place where you can give us the idea and we give you the idea and we carry on like that. This is the way university people has to behave. And we showed one of the examples that we can do it, and we are here and we defend also what we believe, because we know what we believe is the truth. So I'm going to call the end of this meeting. Those were Christians, so there was family looking for a church to fellowship. This is a place of a church also. Sunday mornings, this church here, this place. 10 o'clock, come and have fellowship. God bless you. For others, I thank you so much for being here with us. I believe that